Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Durst with RevMD Sex Bites podcast with me, your host, Dr. Deborah Durst, and my co-host, Farideh Golombiewski.
Hey guys, Farideh Golombiewski, nurse practitioner here at Revitalize MD, and this one is just for fun. This is a podcast that was born from another podcast and our cameraman coming up with some pretty weird things. So today we're going to talk about...
We're going to talk about the nipple and all kinds of fun facts about the nipple.
All the nipple things today.
All the nipple things. So, I mean, again, we did like a PRP talk on nipples. We actually did PRP talking about O-shot, but we added to nipples. And if you hadn't seen that one, it's a good one to look at because it talks about PRP procedures, in particular the O-shot, and how we use your blood to get all the platelets and growth factors and then re-inject them into an area to cause stimulation or regrow stimulation of nerves and blood flow and sensitivity to an area. And so nipples is one of the areas that we will actually offer the PRP during our sexual wellness procedures as an add-on, and to men and to women.
Yes.
You know, of course, women tend to say
women
yes
jump
more.
all over that, but men, it's like 50-50.
Yeah, I think men, again, it's not notoriously something that they're known as an erogenous zone for men, although some men, it very much is an erogenous zone for them. And they don't, therefore, I think, lose it or increase it over time. But why not add that to something that you enjoy for arousal? But for women, they lose it over time with childbirth, breastfeeding, and likewise implants or breast surgeries. Yep. Even reduction surgeries can cause decrease in sensation.
And men are sensitive. So there was a study done that showed that 52% of men were sexually aroused by having their nipples stimulated.
Yeah.
So they should be getting PRP into the nipples for sensitivity to help with that.
70+%. Did you hear that, guys? What?
52.
Oh, 52. All right, yeah.
80. Over 80 for women.
Here, I was enhancing it. Yeah.
Everyone needs nipple sensitivity. Might as well be 70%.
Just go along with me.
Okay. You got it. That's right.
Whatever. Yeah, K.
So let's talk about some of the fun facts about nipples. Here's one that I thought was pretty interesting, was that back in the late 1600s, they used nipple color as a factor to determine how healthy a woman was.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah. And that seems kind of odd because I think that there's lots of different colors out there, and that also depends on ethnicity and...
Absolutely.
And even childbirth, changes size and color. So that seems odd. I didn't learn that in med school for sure.
No. But if your nipples are red as a strawberry, you were the healthiest of all.
Oh, well.
How about that?
I don't think I've ever seen a red strawberry colored nipple.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's what they went off of. They went off of that, and they also talked about...
Therefore, all the toxins we're exposed to. We just don't have any strawberry colored nipples any longer.
It may be because it was English, maybe over in that area of the country or the world. It's a little bit... maybe nipples are a little bit more strawberry red colored. Who knows? I don't know.
That's pretty funny.
Thought it was weird.
That is. Well, they were even... Didn't they talk about there's just all kinds of weird stuff with that. I never knew anything about it. We won't even go into a lot of it. So there's like multiple different nipple types, and you probably didn't know that. And so, 4 to 8 nipple types. There could be one nipple per breast and areola, or there could be multiple, or
there was
no nipple,
or no nipple, or a flat nipple, or an inverted. That means the nipple goes inside. Yeah. A lot of times inverted nipples can be stimulated to protrude out, but not always.
Mm-hmm. And inverted nipples are very common. No nipple is not so common. And then the other one is in between. But inverted nipples is pretty normal. Yeah. And again, so sometimes even that PRP under the nipple may help with that a little bit.
Exactly.
Just so you know.
So like she said, you can have multiple nipples. So accessory nipples. There was a guy, this one's crazy.
This is a fun fact that Farideh will find the most interesting fun facts. So
I can find just about anything.
Yeah.
So there was a case of an accessory nipple occurring on the foot. There's no reason medically that they could find of why it was on the foot, but it was on the sole of a foot. Just an accessory nipple hanging out. Yeah. Hey, guys, here's my third nipple.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't know that one. Yeah, I'm sure that we'll get some more fun facts along the way here. So again, hair. Well, you had some fun facts about nipple hair.
Yeah, there's a guy in Italy with the longest hair. It is 17 centimeters out of Italy. The longest nipple hair. So you can have hairy nipples. That's not abnormal.
Yeah.
We grow hair all over our body, including the nips.
Including the nips. But the fun fact of like having a very long one and actually somebody measuring and recording it is even better. So
they put it in a book.
Yeah, you got to love that one. So again, they can be various sizes, right?
Yes.
And the nipple is not the whole colored area. That is the areola, and the nipple is the protruding or center prominent area. Lots of nerve fibers in it. We don't have the exact. Maybe you have that fun fact. Do you have a number of nerve fibers in it? It's an erogenous
but I will
zone.
find that out before the end of this podcast.
Yeah,
I do have that.
There was challenge. She loves a challenge.
I do love a challenge. Yeah. There was the heaviest weight lifted by a nipple that was recorded in 2013 by a female dubbed the Baron, and she was able to lift 71.87 pounds with her nipples. Whoa.
Why would you want to do that? Like, again,
I don't know. But again,
because
it's awesome. Congratulations, the Baron.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah. I mean, I would already think the breasts are down here if she's doing that. Right?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Definitely can't be perky and upright. I'm just saying.
No, but that's
not possible.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. That is very, very cool.
Fun facts.
Yeah. Fun facts.
Fun fact Monday.
Yeah, exactly. So again, pain and soreness in the nipples can be like that's pretty common. So discharge from the nipples. Men can have discharge from their nipples too. Again, tattoos are pretty common. Piercings. Anything else about tattoos? Piercing, largest tattoo, largest piercing, anything?
No, but tattoos after breast augmentation was the most common nipple tattoo. So after having a breast lift or implants, nipple tattoos afterwards to make them look normal if they've had to lift or if they looked a little bit funky after.
That's interesting.
I found that.
And again, I think the big thing with post-surgery and definitely a lift, they're going around the nipple, and any surgery or cutting on the breast can decrease sensitivity. And so that PRP significantly helps. So if you think you have to live with decreased sensitivity because of breastfeeding or surgery on the breast, you don't.
No, ma'am, you do not.
No, you do not. So, and what else?
I was trying to find the nerve tissue, but unfortunately there isn't anything that just jumps out as a number.
So I do have a really interesting thing. So again, I'm not quite sure why our camera guy always asks interesting questions, but he did say, well, why do men have nipples? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that his
Dr.
question?
Durst, why do men have nipples?
Yeah, so this is like my favorite.
I'd love
so
to
like
know.
This was an aha, like finally. So long story made short is that I was in med school. And again, there's all these advantages to being a man versus a woman, like simple things like we have to put makeup on, right? So that's a disadvantage. We have to do our hair. We have multiple different, clothes. We have skirts. We have accessories galore.
I mean, the whole thing.
I mean, men have like a couple shoes, couple shorts,
t-shirt and jeans,
pairs of
tennis shoes out the door. You're fine.
And I mean, they can be bald and look good. They can be gray and look good. They can not do their hair and not put makeup on. Yeah, so we can go on. So I'm in med school. I'm learning, and I'm trying to learn all the physiology. I'm looking for an advantage to being a woman, and I'm not finding it anywhere. In fact, even the urethra in women is shorter. Just think the vaginal, it's just short. And then men have a penis with a urethra. So even they get less urinary tract infections. So I'm really having trouble finding it. And then all of a sudden it's embryology class. And they talk about, development in men and women. And so there's a Mullerian system that's a woman. And the Wolffian system is the male development. And for men to develop the Wolffian system, they had to have the Mullerian system in place first that had to recede. So it was like you had to be a woman before you could be a man. And so like that was it. And then I went further. It was like the X, Y. We took one leg of the X, put it in a different spot, and messed it all up. I'm just saying. So anyhow, then all of a sudden nipple. Why do men have nipples? Because you were a man or a woman before you were a man. So the early stages,
the embryonic
everybody
stages.
is a woman and you have nipple development.
And then it recedes and you become a man.
Yeah.
But you have nips because of it.
Yeah. So that's a long, good story. And, I think any woman should just repeat that. We have an advantage. All men had to be a woman.
So the next time a guy says, well, I can pee standing up. Well, you were a woman before you were a man, just so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go.
We didn't accept you. We didn't accept you, and then you had to develop on. Right. Again, replace the leg of the X into a different spot, and it all went bad.
And it went to a Y.
Yeah. And
I win.
Done. So yes, those are our fun facts. Anything else you can think of?
The average nipple height is the size of a ladybug.
Oh.
How about that?
The height?
Yeah, the average nipple height is the size of a ladybug.
That doesn't seem very...
Hey, it was a study in 2009 that looked at 300 women nipples. And
were they erect nipples or were they like flaccid nipples?
They didn't go into if they aroused them or not. They just said on average 4 centimeters, which is... that was mean areola. And then the mean height was 0.9 centimeters, which is the size of a ladybug.
Interesting. I think that we find that with hormone optimization and women that they tend to get a little nipple sensitivity and protrusion and erectness with testosterone. Yep. So typically it acclimates, but they tend to like it with their testosterone.
Who doesn't want more sensitive nipples?
Yeah.
Again,
I have no idea. Yeah, it seems very odd that somebody would ever want to do anything but increase their nipple sensitivity, including men.
Exactly.
So, which is why they agree to it sometimes. So I don't have any more interesting facts, but this one, you never know. She might come up with something.
Nipple changes in size happen during pregnancy frequently.
That is not a fun fact. That is like, not compared to your other ones. Like the hair thing. The hair thing. Okay. The hair thing, the weight thing. Yeah.
Well, that's all I had. That might be it. I don't see anything else on here.
We're at the end of it now then. Clearly, if somebody's not like expelling something from their nipple beyond the limousine, then we're not. There's no fun facts.
No more. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty natural stuff. Like you can have bumps around your nipples. That's normal. Yeah. Women can spontaneously leak milk when they hear babies cry.
Yeah.
How about that?
So again, one of the other reasons why men have nipples.
A male nipple can lactate.
No, why women.
How about that?
Yeah.
A male nipple can lactate. There's an interesting fact, men.
Yeah. So anyhow, why do women have, just one more fun fact, why do women have nipples? Like what's the purpose of a nipple? Is for a pacifier for...
Babies and men?
Babies and men.
Was that a trick question?
So there we go. Last fun fact. That's it. And with that one, we'll leave you.
If you know any fun nipple facts, leave them in the comments section.
Leave them in the comments. Let us know. But again, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and share with friends. And let us know if there's anything else that you want to hear about. Let us know all your nipple stories. Maybe like
anything fun and abnormality. Yeah. Any abnormalities? I want to hear them all. I want to hear all the weird stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Let us know your thoughts and experiences. And again, we're open to deep dive into anything sexual wellness and here to revitalize your look, your health, and your sex life.
Thank you.
Thanks.